Smart glasses are heating up again. Everyone's been talking about the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, and at $799, they're not cheap. But did you know they're not the only option? These are the Rokid glasses, starting at $479 on Kickstarter, and they take a different approach. They're still AI-powered display glasses, putting text, menus, and translations right in your view, and they can also take photos and videos which tie into the AI in a clever way, which I'll show you later. In this video, I'll explain what makes Rokid interesting, how they compare to Meta's new display glasses, and what it's actually like to use them. I've reviewed similar smart glasses before, like Google's XR glasses and Ray Neo, so I know how these displays kind of work in practice. Now, I haven't tried Meta's display glasses yet, since the demo slots are fully booked, but I will soon. But I think based on specs, features, and past experience, I can already make some meaningful comparisons. And just so you know, a big thanks goes to Rokid for sponsoring this video. They asked me to make this comparison. I thought it was worth doing. Of course, you will still get my honest take. So if you've been curious about smart glasses beyond just Meta's, this video will give you a clear idea of where Rokid fits in. Join me beyond reality. First of all, it is worth clearing something up. These new display glasses are not AR glasses. They don't place 3D objects in your environment like the spectacles. Instead, think of them as AI-powered heads-up displays that shows contextual information in your view. That makes them lighter, cheaper, and easier to wear, but also more limited. But Rokid's been working towards this idea for years. Back in 2020, they released the Rokid Glass 2, which was a monocular device, meaning one display in one eye. On paper, it was powerful, a 40-degree field of view and 720p resolution, bigger than what Meta is promising today. But Rokid found a problem. Monocular glasses caused issues with long-term use, things like eye strain, dizziness, even temporary misalignment of the eyes. That's why they shifted their focus to dual eye designs like the one I'm wearing now. So when we look at Meta's choice to go monocular in 2025, it's kind of interesting. Rokid apparently already tried that path years ago, and they decided it wasn't the best for long-term use. And that brings us to the Rokid glasses today, running on the same Snapdragon AR1 Gen 1 chip that powers Meta's display glasses. The most obvious difference with Meta is that these use two displays, one in each lens, while Meta's only has one. Meta's also in full color, while Rokid's is green only, and just for context, this unit is still a dev kit, so some things may change before the final version. Now, green may sound limiting, but for subtitles, notifications, or AI prompts, it's actually fine. The only time I'd really want color is if I wanted to review photos or videos directly on the glasses, and that's where Meta's display has the advantage. From my experience with Google's XR glasses, having one display isn't a big deal unless you don't see well out of one eye. It usually just sits off to the side, while Rokid's dual display is centered. That makes it easier to focus on, but also a bit more noticeable in your view, though you can just switch it off when you don't need it. Now, I can't confirm whether monocular displays can cause long-term eye strain myself yet, but it's something I'll keep in mind for a future video. Rokid's display is 640 x 480 pixels, and field of view is about 30 degrees, which feels larger than most smart glasses I've tested. Meta's display is 600 by 600 pixels and sits closer to 20 degrees, so Rokid gives you more screen space, which did surprise me because it looks bigger than most. Brightness is another big difference. Rokid goes up to 1500 nits, which is already enough for most outdoor situations, but Meta claims up to 5000 nits, which is extremely bright. And with Meta's transition lenses, their glasses double as sunglasses, something Rokid doesn't offer. As for how it looks, Rokid's display is clear and easy to read, but in certain lighting conditions, I did notice reflections around the corners, and the waveguides are always visible when wearing them, even with the screen off. At first, that felt a bit distracting, but I got used to it over time, though it's definitely something I hope gets improved in future versions. It will be interesting to see if Meta's color waveguides actually make a difference day to day, because Rokid already proves a simpler setup can work. Rokid's glasses weigh only 49 grams, so they feel like normal eyewear, and I can wear them for hours. Meta's weigh closer to 70 grams, which isn't huge, but it might look and feel heavier during longer use. For prescription support, Rokid handles a wide range, -16 to +16. Meta only goes from -4 to +4, so if you have stronger prescriptions, Rokid probably the safer bet. Design is only one part of the story though. How you actually use these glasses day to day is where things get interesting. Using Rokid is pretty straightforward. You start by downloading the Hi Rokid app and pairing the glasses, which is quick. Once connected, you'll see a menu in the display with basics like time, weather, and battery. Navigation works through a touchpad on the right temple where you swipe or tap to move through options. From there, you can launch current features like real-time translation, view song lyrics while listening to music, or even use a teleprompter mode that scrolls your notes in front of you while you speak. You can also allow phone notifications to appear right in the glasses so you don't have to glance at your phone to keep up. The built-in AI assistant is powered by ChatGPT 5 and it's free, so you can ask questions, take notes, or control functions with voice. How are you doing today?
Thanks for asking. I'm feeling quite charged up today. My battery is at 100%. And I'm ready to help you tackle anything.
And in my tests, responses are smart, fast, and reliable as you would expect from ChatGPT, which makes it useful day to day. And this is where having a display really matters. Without it, you used to only hear answers read out loud and then you have to either keep asking or check your phone. But with a HUD, you can glance back at information whenever you need it, like rereading a recipe, checking a message thread, or confirming what you just dictated to the AI. You can even point the camera at what's in front of you and ask the AI what you're looking at, which works surprisingly well. Rokid also includes advanced AI tools like audio transcription, HUD-style navigation, and online translation in 89 languages. Meta only has 6 right now. Kickstarter backers get those advanced features free for the first 3 months, but the core AI features like voice control and offline translation don't expire. Meta is taking a different path. Their glasses come with a neural band, which is a wristband that picks up tiny signals from your hand muscles that lets you scroll, click, pinch, or rotate without touching the glasses. I asked friends who've tried it and they say it feels surprisingly responsive, though no one tested it over longer use yet. Meta during Connect also demoed tracing letters on a table or even your leg, something people haven't tried hands-on, but it sounds so handy for private text input. Meta also uses its own AI system instead of ChatGPT. Like their earlier Ray-Ban glasses, you will need the Meta AI Companion app. Paired with that, you can get quick answers, translations, navigation, and see messages right in your view. And because it is Meta's ecosystem, you will get tighter connections with Messenger, WhatsApp, and Instagram, including things like seeing incoming DMs right in the display. And even watch IG Reels and Stories hands-free. But support outside Meta's ecosystem are less clear, like whether you could watch YouTube videos. Meanwhile, playing videos on Rokid's glasses wouldn't be useful since its display is monochrome. Both Rokid and Meta also come with a 12-megapixel camera for photos and video, and both use stabilization to keep footage steady. Rokid gives you more flexibility, like you can shoot in portrait, landscape, or in between with multiple aspect ratios. Meta, on the other hand, only records in one aspect ratio, which I honestly don't get why they don't just give users the choice. It's the same with their Ray-Ban AI glasses. The photos on Rokid look really good with vibrant colors and smooth video, and compared to the original Ray-Ban Metas, they even capture a bit more of the environment. I'm using those as a reference because they share the same camera specs as the Meta Ray-Ban display glasses, though I'm not sure if it's the exact same camera. Where MRBD pulls ahead is with the color display, which lets you use it as a viewfinder and reveal shots right on the lens. For audio, both rely on open-ear speakers and multi-mic arrays. Rokid has a 4-mic setup with a solid noise reduction, while Meta uses 6 microphones. On paper, Meta may capture audio more cleanly, but in daily use, both should be good enough for calls and voice commands. This is what the Rokid microphone sounds like. Let me know below what you think, and while you're at it, like this video, it helps a lot. As for battery life, Rokid claims about 8 hours of use with a charging case, capsule battery, and charging cable planned as a Kickstarter unlock. Meta says roughly 6 hours per charge with extra top-ups from its case. So I'm guessing it's pretty similar overall depending on how you use it. Ultimately, after spending some time with the Rokid glasses, I think they're most useful in situations where I can't easily use my phone, like when I'm traveling, biking, or doing something active. They're not integrated enough with all my apps to replace my phone yet, but they do give a strong demo of what smart glasses can be. The built-in AI is a standout. Seeing answers on screen instead of only hearing them makes them so much easier to use. Notifications are also handy. Being able to glance at them while driving is practical. Translation looks futuristic with subtitles across both lenses, though it's not super fast yet, so I am curious how reliable it will be abroad. The teleprompter is generally useful for, I think, talks or presentations, and once navigation goes live, I think it could be a game changer for checking directions without stopping or pulling out your phone. Too bad I couldn't test it yet. Price is the big caveat though. At over $450, it's a lot for features that don't yet feel essential day to day. For most people, it won't be worth it, but for tech enthusiasts who love trying new gear, these glasses are a way to live a little in the future right now. And that's why I think this category is exciting. Smart glasses aren't just about notifications or cameras. The promise is hands-free, useful information exactly when you need it. Now, Rokid isn't perfect, but it's here today at a lower cost than Meta, and with active software development, it should only get more capable over time. That makes it a fun option if you want to experiment. Of course, these are just my first impressions. I can't fully judge Meta until I try them myself. Things like how natural the neural band feels or whether that 5000 nit display is comfortable are questions only long-term use can answer. But for now, the contrast is clear. Rokid offers dual eye subtitles and at a more open approach at a lower price, while Meta leans on color and futuristic controls. So, which would you go for? Practicality or a flashier promise of what's next? And at what price would you get one? Let me know below, I'm super curious about your thoughts. Now, if you're curious to try the Rokid, the glasses are live on Kickstarter right now with better deals for backers for just a few more days, so I'll put the link below. And if you want my full review, once I finally get Meta's glasses, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.